And for your daily download this Friday, we head on out to Mike Yawney, who's on location at the Calgary Polo Club, but still managed to find some time to find the hot things in tech. Daily download on top of a horse this morning, Mike.
That's right. I think this is a first, Jill. I've never done the download from a horse before, so Lobo's going to help me out here with the top tech stories. First one, Jill, here's a question for you. Would you give your fingerprints to the Calgary Flames in order to get fast access? Well, that's a question a lot of people are wondering because of what's happening in the States here. Yankee Stadium, what they're doing there is they're introducing something called clear biometric security for their visitors. So what that means is instead of your ticket, you can actually get a fast pass by registering your fingerprint and your driver's license. And then when you walk up, you just have to scan your fingerprint and away you go. They still have to check your bags at security, so there's still going to be some lineups. It's not going to get lineups whatsoever, but the neat thing is you also have the option of paying $179 extra a year to use this security clearance at select airports. Now, a few other cities with Major League Baseball teams have already started using the system, including San Francisco and Denver. Who knows? You never know. Maybe Toronto and the Blue Jays will be next. Jill, this next story is enough to give people who are scared of snakes a little bit of the creeps and the chills. There is a little bit of a creep factor to this. Tesla, the company behind one of the most recognizable electric car companies, I guess, they've come up with something that's kind of freaking some people out. It's an automatic charge station or a charging arm. The idea is you pull up to this in your garage. The charging arm, which is called a solid metal snake, will find its way to the charging port of your vehicle all by itself. It inserts itself and begins a charging process. No human interaction required whatsoever. Tesla's been hinting that it's been working on this for a few months now. Online response, needless to say, has been mixed with wonder and with some fear because it is a little bit creepy. No word on whether or not it will be made available to the public anytime soon. Of course, this could just be something they're testing in their labs. We may not be able to visit the International Space Station, but we can talk to the astronauts apparently, and apparently it's not as hard as you may think. A man in the UK was able to make contact with the astronauts above the ISS. He's an amateur radio operator. He's 52 years old. He did a little bit of legwork. He figured out when the International Space Station was above his house, and so he turned on his radio and he was able to chat with them. He had a conversation which lasted just under a minute, about 50 seconds long. He was talking to them about what the Earth looked like at that point and what their view was like and how their day was going. The interesting thing is the ISS openly publishes its amateur radio frequencies online so anyone can reach out. Apparently you just need a 2-meter radio rig, and then you can geek out with the astronauts in space. That's pretty cool. Who knew that almost anyone can chat with the astronauts? But you know what? I think Lobo here is getting anxious. He wants to play some polo, so do I. So you know what? For now, your download is complete.